My third guy plays some games. Alright, hi everybody, Weather Guy here, and we are back with some more great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I hope you're doing great today. I am feeling pretty good. No complaints. I just had some Wendy's, some saucy nuggets, and a Frosty. Feeling good. And now we're gonna have Shamspear join the fray and see what his testimony is and all that good stuff. Last time we heard from Soseki and Gregson. So now we're gonna see what Shamspear has to say about everything, and we want to see why exactly he is pointing the finger at Soseki, and also I want to see maybe what the connection is here today to the bigger picture as far as the government conspiracy and everything, because that's what Sasato alluded to. So let's get into it. Let's see. Oh brother. Oh no. I'm gonna have to do a lot of Shamspear voice. Oh no. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. What did he say before that? Okay. Gosh, I really need... Did y'all ever have... Sorry, I'm immediately interrupting this. Did y'all ever have to read Shakespeare, right, in school? And then you would have... like... What was it called? Oh god, it was a Shakespeare-like book that you would read, like, for whatever the story was, but on one side, it would have the Shakespeare version of the text. On the right side, it would have, like, a simplified, more modern English version, right? I forget what it was called. I wish I remembered it, but it was like a whole series. Anyway, that's what I need right now. But I'm guessing he's calling Soseki an idiot. Maybe, perhaps. Oh gosh. Music here is really good, by the way. Who, sir, are you? William Shamspear, my lord. Alas, 'twas I, undone by these bitter events. I am the victim. What's he doing here? The prosecution seeks to call this gentleman to the stand. With his testimony, my learned friend's futile resistance will be utterly crushed. Great. That's what we love to hear. You're calling him as a witness? Very well, counsel. I grant your request with interest. I'm curious to discover what the court shall hear from the victim himself. Here he is at the stand now, in all his glory. Happy am I, Shamspear, to regale thee with my tale of woe, my lord. But I still have my own tale to tell, my own tale of worse woe. I can regale the court with a tale of my perfect innocence in perfect English. Great, that's what we love to see. That will do, Mr. Natsume. Let the court now hear from the victim. Alright, here we go, more cross-examination time. After we hear his testimony, I suppose. Oh, this guy! We're finally going to hear from him as well. Alright, so that's Mr. Shamspear. That may be our murderer. Who's that other man beside him? I don't have any actual reason to believe that, apart from that I don't believe it's anybody else. Or again, I think I said this towards the end of the last video, could be Shamspear doing his own fake murder for the drama of it, right? And that's where the whole Romeo and Juliet stuff ties in as well. But, again, I said this last time too. If that's the case, would that ever tie into the bigger picture, right? I don't know. But, interesting. Okay. It sounded like when Sasato was talking about it, whatever tied into the bigger picture wasn't the main part of this case. So, we'll keep our mind open, right? It's going to be a smaller detail, I think. Alright, let's focus. Yes, I feel sure that we've caught a glimpse of that man before. A couple times, I think, actually. State your names and occupations for the court, please, witnesses. A writer of words so sweet, they do scent the breeze, an inventor of ideas so profound, they compose the earth. The unrivaled poet, the unmatched scribe, William Shakespeare, were the great bard to be recalled to life anew. Lo, what a magnificent man! Good fellows, I am he who ponders such a miracle, William Shakespeare. Lovely. Metermann. Okay.
The name's Metermann. Adron B. Metermann. I work for the Altman Gas Company, East End branch office.
That's why it's called Metermann. Makes total sense. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. This is incredibly interesting, his job. Because this has come up a lot of times, the gas, right? That's how Mr. Garrett kept track of what was going on, supposedly in the below apartments, right? And now we have someone from the gas company as well, who is here as a witness, so curious to see how that ties in, and perhaps he actually fiddled with the gas in some way. That seems like a bit of a possibility, but we'll see. I love his entire yellow attire as well. Ah, I remember now. It was yesterday on Briar Road. Yep. Oh yeah, she's right, it's him. They were having an argument, I think. Oh, what's this? Not this time, but I think we met him another time, didn't we? Maybe not. In the previous game. What's that man doing over there? It looks like he's trying to see into Soseke's lodgings. Something wrong, Mr. Ryu? Yeah, we already went through this, actually. I'm sorry. I love the animation he does there. Pretty good. Yes, we spotted him outside Mr. Garrett's house that morning. He's a gas company employee? What does he have to do with this case?
Oh, Mr. William Shakespeare, you are the victim in this miserable affair, correct?
Oh, heaven, oh, hell, do you command me to remember that sweet poison that didst cross me and cross mine innocent lips? I subpoenaed him for the trial, with his doctor's permission, naturally. Hearing the testimony of the aggrieved will remove any room for doubt from the juror's mind, I'm sure. Behold, you have only to rearrange the letters of my name to see that me's a seraph, an angel indeed. Thus be I noble of mind, sweet of nature and verily, honest of heart as all heavenly angels be. This guy's the worst. Because there isn't a less contrived meaning in your name. No, not at all. Jurors seem to be very moved by this man, I'm afraid. Oh, they really seem to love him. Actually taking the seraph anagram idea seriously?
Thank you, witnesses, for your illuminating introductions.
But my lord, what's the man next to Mr. Shakespeare doing here? The gas man, I mean.
What, me? Well now.
Allow me to enlighten my learned friend. You recall, I presume, your earlier impertinence, when you suggested that the victim had another visitor to his room on the night in question, and moreover, that the victim is a compulsive liar. What? No, I didn't quite say that. This young chin-stroker is here to controvert your wild claims conclusively. Is that not so, Mr. Metermann?
Hang on, no. Just here? I hereby call for your formal testimonies. You will tell the court as lucidly as possible what happened on the night in question.
One may smile and be a villain. Yes, it doth pain me, but let the truth be spoken. The truth of that wintry night of my discontent. I love the rubs of the massive chin. It's incredible. The wintry night of my discontent. Lovely. The snow lay about. My neighbor did cometh in the evening, bearing a gift of tea. But Mary, bitter was his drink, and when he left I did fall prostrate on my table. 'Twas the tea alone did pass my lips that late hour, naught else. I was outside this box fellow in the freezing cold all night, keeping an eye on his room. No one else visited his room but that short little round-backed Eastern fellow. Alright. Wait, what did you say? You were keeping an eye on Mr. Shakespeare's room all night? That's right, course. The bloke's window's all but blocked up, isn't it? There's a little gap in the bricks where you can see into the room. So I spent the night trying to keep my teeth from chattering as I peered in through that.
Question is, sir, why?
Well now, that's because he's on my list. What a piece of work is a man! Wherefore wouldst thou not stare in wonderment? What are you talking about? This buzzing busybody hath not part in this play. I pray thee pay him no heed, make no more ado about his tedious words. So I'm guessing that the Metermann has some things to say negatively about Shakespeare. What do you say about me? Calm yourself. This court is concerned with what happened on the night in question. Nothing more.
Indeed, that is so.
And, as a testimony we have just heard clearly reveals, there was no one other than the accused present at the time who could have carried out this crime. What a rhyme. Mutter. We're definitely going to have to do some summation examination stuff, right?
Well, I believe this may be the final testimony of the trial.
Unlikely. We're only like 45 minutes into the trial. Trials last like 10 hours.
Now, counsel, the defense may proceed with the cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. Great. Time to start pressing, baby. The wintry night of my discontent. Before we go into this any further, let me look again at our court stuff. Make sure I recall everything. Victim's medical report. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, this is very interesting that the poisoning occurred at 1:30 when he left, when Soseki left much earlier. Alright. Pressed. To be clear, by neighbor, you are referring to the defendant, Mr. Natsume? Oh, indeed, sire. Perchance thou wouldst that I call him the man from upstairs? And at what time did the mustachioed Nipponese visit you in your room? Our meeting was promised for the hour of 9, and lo, did he come to tender a gift of fragrant tea.
Details which are in accordance with the defendant's own testimony, yes?
And we were broiled in such a literary debate as history hath not seen before. By which I presume he means the discussion about who was the stronger, Romeo or Juliet? I, Shakespeare, did play the part of young Romeo, whilst my neighbor played the fair Juliet. Each of us dressed as would our characters be, to bring weight upon our merry experiments.
I dare not imagine the scene.
Exactly, I wouldn't either, buddy. Frailty, thy name is woman. Canst thou imagine how dismayed I was? Yes, I had heard of the Eastern art of jujitsu, but ne'er did I dream 'twould be a skill practiced by the comely maiden. Juliet beat Romeo up? This is not helping her case. I believe the court has heard enough about your earth-shattering literary debate. Perhaps you could reiterate your statement about the tea that the accused brought to your room? My liege, I am thy servant. Gladly I would do thy bidding. Lovely.
Hold it!
Let me stop you there. Mr. Natsumi left your room at 11 o'clock, but it wasn't until after 2 that the poison made you collapse. That amounts to more than 3 hours of missing time. What's that dance move? Look at that. That's me when my wife asks me a question I just don't know the answer to, or she's like, I did something wrong, like I didn't take the trash out. She asked me if I took the trash out. I'm like, that's great stuff. If the defendant had really put the poison into your tea, that 3-hour window of time is something you're going to have to explain. Gladly. 'Tis an easy task. What? I did drink of the tea not while my guest didst tarry, but after he took leave of me. Faith, 'twas stone cold, but at 1 hour post midnight, verily were my lips parched.
Objection!
That doesn't sound normal. Great arguing there, Ryu. Thank you. Nay, 'tis quite ordinary, sire. After all, thou wouldst recall our fiery debate. Amidst such argument, there'd be no time for fiery tea. Good point. Romeo and Juliet again, and who was stronger? Mr. Shamspear, in summary, allow me to confirm. Did you not come here with the intention of naming your attacker? But of course, my liege. 'Twas the stooped lover of words did attempt to shuffle me off this mortal coil. We all know what that means. 'Twas... Yeah, we did that already, so now we're going to press.
Hold it!
So, you didn't have any kind of evening meal? Dinner? Supper? Fie on luxury, fie on gluttony. I don't know if I said that right, by the way. To eat thrice daily is but a waste of time. So true, by the way. Sorry? I would that my belly were full no more oft than the sun doth rise. This guy's insane. Well, most heroic eating habits, I must say. Night and day do I fill my hours with learned study of the great bard and playwright. Dude, what is he doing? Look at him right now. Calm down. He's like my child. She was doing that earlier. Like that exact move. Crazy. Just dancing around. Hence is it that there doth not in my chamber be then the costumes of mine art. That would appear to be the case, as even a rodent was found starved to death in your room. Now I think of it, it's not just food that was conspicuously missing from that room, is it? I don't recall seeing a single player script anywhere. For I have devoured them all. You've eaten them? Every word be within my skull. Didst thou imagine otherwise? Right. That wasn't misleading at all. Now, could you turn around, do you think? Which brings us to the conclusion that the only way the poison could have passed the victim's lips is in the tea. It's not looking good for us. Press him on this now.
Hold it!
But the windows of that house have all been filled in. Now, we actually know that some of the bricks can be pushed out, right? A historical artifact of the now-defunct window tax. You know this. Yeah, you're right, that. All bricked up horribly. But as it happens, there's a little part of the brickwork at the bottom corner that's been opened up. I was looking in through that gap. Yes, there were a few bricks loose, weren't there? For some strange reason, a couple of bars of soap lined up on the ledge outside as well. I don't like going around poking my chin in other people's business.
especially on freezing cold nights. But them's my orders, so that's what I'll keep doing, as long as there's breath in my body.
Okay, I kind of like this guy.
What's with all the theatricals today? Out of interest, Mr. Metermann. After the accused had left and returned to his own lodgings, did you see the victim leave the room at all? No, he never left. He was in that room the whole time, as far as I'm concerned. And we can therefore discount the possibility of suicide.
How can you be sure of that?
The police carried out a thorough investigation of the scene and found no receptacle for the poison. And since we know the victim didn't leave his room and hence didn't dispose of the poison's container himself, it's clear that this was no attempted suicide. Only the culprit could have removed the receptacle. Oh yes, lucidly explained, counsel, thank you.
It really was. You can't argue with the logic. Something to do with the soap, I imagine.
Hold it!
You say a short, little, round-backed Eastern fella. So you can't be sure it was the defendant, then?
Objection!
How many other short, little, round-backed Nipponese with a mustache do you think there are in London?
Rude.
Well, of course. It's only a narrow gap, and it was quite dark, so I didn't notice the mustache. But he showed up at around 9, so I'm pretty sure of myself.
And when the person you saw arrive, did he and Mr. Shamspeare drink tea together?
Nah, sorry. Couldn't say.
Why not?
Because I couldn't see in the room all that well, could I? But what did I see was the silhouette of that little round-backed fella wearing a pretty dress. Then the pair of them started some kind of wrestling match. Tell you I didn't know what to make of it.
I suppose that was the Romeo and Juliet championship battle getting underway.
Mr. Metermann, allow me to confirm one final time. Apart from the accused, can you state with certainty that no one else visited the victim on the night in question? No question. Gasman's honor.
Alright, great. Oh, we have more information coming in? What is this?
My lord. Goodness me. Yes, Mr. Foreman.
Forgot this guy's voice.
I've kept my mouth shut and listened up to now, but this has gone on long enough. Are you all with me? Are we to understand that you ladies and the gentlemen are in agreement with one another? That you've reached a unanimous decision? Too right we have. Are you all with me?
Yes. Wait, no, the defense is in the middle of a cross-examination.
To be honest, I was holding out a bit of hope for you, young man. Especially after you identified those few hours that followed the accused leaving the victim's room.
Yes, the 3 missing hours as you put it.
But in the end, what difference do they make?
None, as far as I can see.
Wow. Ugh.
And since that's now apparent, there's really no reason to delay our decision any longer.
Like I was saying before, if I don't take 5 bob home with me tonight, the missus will blow a top.
Yeah, what was that? Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said. Great, lovely.
Very well, let the court be apprised of your decisions. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your leanings as to the defendant's culpability.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Terrible.
Guilty.
Boo.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Not good news for us. Man.
Oh. All of you? Well, it would appear that the jury is indeed unanimous. We know what time it is. Let's go, man. So, this time at least, it seems justice will be done. All's well that ends well, as they say. This calls for a toast, I feel, to the guilty being punished. Ah, terrible news for us.
Get up, Mr. Rio, please. Trial isn't over yet.
What do you mean, Mrs. Sonic? You know what it means.
What about the information I found in this Encyclopedia of British Law I have? That obscure right that belongs to the defense in these situations? Remember?
Summation examination? Yes, that's right. We don't have a jury in Japanese courts, of course. But here in a British court of law, if we can reverse the decisions of a majority of the jurors, we can force the trial to continue. That's what we gotta do. This trial can't end now. Whatever it takes, I just can't let that happen. The defense moves to invoke its right to a summation examination, my lord. Why am I not surprised at my learned Nipponese friend's inability to admit defeat? You choose to cling desperately to some archaic rule you barely comprehend instead of accepting the truth. Certainly no other defense counsel in recent times has exercised the right to a summation examination. Because they all know that once the jury's mind is set, it cannot be altered. Nevertheless, their right remains and must be upheld. The defense counsel's request is granted. This court will proceed with the summation examination as outlined in the Encyclopedia of British Law. Thank you, my lord. Are you and your fellows prepared, Mr. Foreman? Believe me, my lord, we all know about this young lad's tenacity. And we're ready for it. Very well. In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hereby call upon each of you to state the grounds upon which you find the defendant guilty for the crime for which he stands accused.
Great. With that, we're actually going to end it today. Next time, we're going to do the summation examination. This is a good place to stop. We're ending very early today. But that's okay. We didn't actually have to make any decisions today. We kind of just listened and pressed and stuff. And that's okay. That happens. Next time, we're going to have to do some more proving and solving for sure. And going through the summation examination. And then, depending on how long that lasts, it might just be the summation examination next time. We'll see. But, again, that's all I got for you today. Pretty short one today. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you take care of yourselves. Make sure that you take care of others. And I will see you next time. Peace out.